following the master down to the bottom side of the lane. I guess Vici had the advantage that they've got our side to play with. You can see he's holding on to the windlace right now. And I value it as well, because you need to make sure that you're pulling this wave as much as possible. Like, it's an Undying into 2 strength heroes protecting Alina. Undying has no stuns. That's one of the biggest weaknesses of the heroes. So you just need to make sure in F1 that you're cutting the wave, making sure that you're pulling it behind the tier 1 tower so that you has that good start to the game. That is so important for future success.
And what else is so in regards to is that first 600 gold get in the lane, and I'm very impressed with how Vici Gaming have tried to itemize early on. One straight into the windlace, and then some extra tangos from New. He's going to look to try and play his distance away from the Undying. And really, a lot of it comes out from right clicks as well, so F1's going to be able to help kind of prevent that a little bit with the spirits, but top line. We got a first blood already. Yang and Erika started strong early on. There's no trees for Tian Ming to work around with, so she gained strong first.
Expecting that one, he ended up getting 3 frost bullets off there on Lich, so holding on to a lot of mangoes to be able to start the game, and it's one of the abilities that does most damage from level 1 and clearly using its full advantage.
And that kill means the small camp is still available for Vici, and they've got the lane in a great position as well.
Sure. Just talking about that itemization as well, just for that point that I was talking about, bottom line FY sitting with the windlace as well, making sure that his movement speed is the exact same as what Undying has. Undying's out-purchased a windlace of his own to make sure that he's able to get a bit more of that harass on. Both teams reading what each other are trying to do fairly well.
What about this matchup between Setsu and 7E? I think probably the standout performance. Maybe it's not really too big of a statement to make considering these teams still getting to do, but Setsu is in form that we've seen in previous years on an RNG, and well, 7E is definitely rivaling that. So how do we feel like this matchup is going to go between the two in regards to the lane?
See, everyone has different ideas of how this lane goes. Like, some people say, oh, you PM is a response to the Angolier, you're able to harass them off from afar, you can still do damage inside of the Rolling Thunder, yada yada yada. I think it just comes down to individual skill at the end of the day. It's one of these 50-50 matchups.
A good 50-50 skill-based matchup between the two. If you take a look, they're also master tier on the heroes, so they are well and truly comfortable with the heroes they've been selected in this game.
If you had to say anything, so I'm just having a top though. I mean, what might make the matchup swing in one team's favor versus the other is what supports can look to make a rotation to try and picking up either the water runes or power runes to potentially edge out that matchup a little bit. Because you've got an Undying, he wants to stay in the lane, 100%. You've also got Tree Protector, really not the best at rotating or playing away from tree. So you would have to say that Vici probably have a very slight edge there.
Yeah. It's one of the good things that we take a look at in both sides like this. What's pretty mediocre doing it, but early on, Setsu is getting good depth advantage over against 7E. A lot of harassment put into the Angolier, so we'll see if he should probably get the water in, and it looks like no one's starting to come down to contest it. So he's even going to bounty on his track to win as well.
Precious bounty.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, and with that death charming previously, the small camp that we've been talking about, I think he's been able to pull it twice now. So really just making this life a whole lot more challenging, making sure that Erika is always able to be right underneath the tower. It's exactly what you want up against a smart team.
Yang might be in trouble top lane though. Tries to lay down the first sword. It's going to be lacking kind of the actions that continued spamming out, which was still on cooldown. But it looks like they're to avoid the lane at the moment as well here from YBB, but Vici wants something else to say about that. Erika's even going to try and turn his attention to catch up to Beyond, and well, at least of course Beastmaster to stop the wave.
Erika's going to get back to the lane with too many creeps in onto the town. This is the new lane, right underneath the observable of the town being placed down. Yeah, Yang nicely done holding onto a lot of those launches previously, always having a tango pop the second he starts to get ganked, and he might even get another pull here of the hard camp. Maneuvering this lane incredibly well for Erika. That'll rate creeps being denied out. Really, the main priority is just making sure that Xiao Ming get out of here scot-free, although can't fight into the Nature's grasp though without a bit of risk.
All that can point in the lead, G. Definitely not a position you're going to look to try and take the fight at the moment. So everyone honestly looks pretty happy with the setup of the lanes. I was expecting bottom to go more favorable for YBB. Yes, lose off a great 37-12, but I think you would have to be very impressed with how this lane's going. And oh, look at man, you're starting to become one of my favorite off-lane plays. I'll hope that we're gonna go aggressive on.
Are we talking a little just locking the stuff?
He's doing some tranquil tricks. So
just always having a
nerd. That's all it is. He's just a nerd. I respect it. I mean, one of the best games to be a nerd at. So I respect it.
A look at with Power Road's poor 7E. It's on the bottom side of the map, but it's going to be a haste route as well. The most devastating one to get at this stage of the game. So it's going to reveal it when it moves back towards that lane, and Pank's going to be able to pick up a couple of winners. No, just the one inside of the dire jungle. Yeah, level 6 as well. So, you know what? Setsu's going to opt to choose here. Way does he look to go for a kill for the Pango while he's got the advantage?
Might be the question is Yon. They would need to dive on the tower bottom lane as well. And they're gonna go for the dive through the mark, the LS. And now it's just kills across the board. Vici game, they've had enough of this kind of slow pace. Not the killer's game, all of a sudden, globally 4 members YBB go down.
Setsu with the solo kill as well, and that making you haste rune. He went for a little bit of a dive as well, and he's got the Orb of Corruption as well. So this slide of spectrum is going to be incredibly effective, especially against that. Be very careful about your positioning now.
Not be able to come lane.
Thunder.
Pretty close to the wall.
Pretty close to out of
damage. The guy's coming up with a couple of. Why is gonna look to try and prevent the dive?
Dodge.
He's even gonna go over. Another round.
What did you learn?
Got shortly in the slide as well. Another death tip along the voice line. 70s game completely ruined. And now Erika, he's gonna be able to chase beam down to the tower as well. So Vici game showing their experience early on.
They came to play, that's for sure. I mean, they are just getting aggressive all areas across the map. They are understanding what they needed to do to address the tree and protect the lane. They've done pulls very well. They've been able to get a lot of these even trades off. It's just a really solid performance so far. And now you've got, not Brew Split to contend with, but Lou, I'm sure, would have been expected to not be a full level behind the Brewmaster at this stage.
Radiant's middle tower is under
There's 2
attack.
kills now. Forcing 7E to make the walk a shame, but they're enabling Setsu to find another tower, and this time it's dark in the arsenal. So it's the core to just look to continue to shut down the game, and looks like that's going to be the case. 7E from an assist, but in fact it's actually not even going to be required.
He's got the phase boots as well on Setsu, just got the damage. Well, got the damage.
The bottom outpost. To the TP. Kind of a way to cancel that.
You're not farming. If you're being back to base, it's not what you want as the Lina, right? You've already got Pango, good 1,300 with high, 500 on the Lina, 7,500 nearly. Sorry, Beastmaster, so really well shoot right now.
Dude, they are moving 70.
Oh, yeah.
This is a masterclass performance from Setsu on the end bar. He has something to prove. Keep in mind, this was a interlock Pango pick. As soon as he saw the Ember Spirit, 70 called for it. He wanted to match up, and Setsu, well, he's making sure he's well aware that this was a mistake.
And it's just one of those games where it comes down to like a couple of deniers, right? Making the difference. Not having the level 6
Radiant's middle
against
tower
the
is under
Ember
attack.
Spirit meant that he wasn't able to survive the first attempt. He got a little unlucky with the power rune as well, but ever since then, this has just been sustained entire.
Radiant's top tower
like
is under attack.
2.5 levels ahead on the Ember Spirit.
Maybe 70 can get some revenge on top. Who's gonna try and protect himself great. Leap away as well, and I knew to have something to say in this team fight. Got the whip already. See if they want to try and expand it here, and you're a little bit hesitant with using that ultimate, so what is going to be on Occupy? Looks like they'll give this an F5. Isn't the worst support. We'll take it. Would love some gold and some experience.
The rune of illusion.
Not, especially when they don't go for these full-on dives, right? Having that Fiery Spirits maxed out, getting Sunray as quickly as possible. He's even got the tome coming out to him, so yeah, FY is happy to claim a lot of this solo experience for himself.
What do you have to be talking about in the camp of YBB when you're down 9 kills and 3,000 net worth lead? What's the core they need to be is starting lanes EZQ.
Yeah.
It's going to be dived on the tower. Erika and FY, great kill for them to find, but the catapult as well. But yeah, what do YBB need to be discussing now?
Radiant's bottom
Probably like when can you do something? Maybe it's right now. You've got the Primal Roar available. This isn't a Helm of the Overlord or anything like that from Beyond. He's just trying to sustain in this lane. He's got a hood as his first item. So they just wanted to have the super long-term team fight as well. Going on a little bit here.
See that hood come into play. TP's actually going to come out from move, but it'll force the chain frost. The answers will help them secure the kill into one. Now they can look for a second as well, because YBB, there's just no one there to TP to.
Oh, I mean, you could have put Pango around, but he would be controlled as well. They're even going to see a few of these just build up. I wonder if they're even going to be in a position to take always another kill for FY.
Sorry, I doubted you,
Yeah, that's kind of scary, isn't he?
Why everyone? Oh, boys.
They got something to prove, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's like we were very excited to see these matchups. Everyone coming this season was she gave the top dogs as we're missing someone getting the butt heads in the mid net already. Setsu level 10, level 10 Amber, even without care in the world. Bright shield to amplify him up to the right side. He'll be able to reward him for that first kill of the game. It's going to be Yang that goes down. Him is going to. They should definitely have a punishment for Yang going down. First get, got 30 kills.
Dyer's top tower
Put it in like 20 push-ups or something.
Can't all be the gym set, alright. But, I mean, Setsu basically little slide of this. It's taken off a quarter of Pango's HP. And this is the Pango with 17 armor right now. Not squishy at all, but, yeah, just makes it look like he's cutting through quarter. And it makes it get worse as he gets to that maelstrom himself. At least in that mid-time, Beyond being able to push out this top lane a little, only really to call the wild boar and hawks for a little bit of scouting. Just a little bit concerned as to how they're actually going to open up this map. Because Lena doesn't want to join any of these fights in next night. She wants minimum of Maelstrom, so actually effective with a lot of these early rotations. The damage department, that it's not really until you get into the BK itself that confident of just actually standing at Robert's. But how do they take this top tower?
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Over towards the ancient
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
towards you, rolling from the defensively anymore. That's why Ultimate's gonna come out, but they should be able to bring it down. So
Radiant structures
pretty
are
happy with that
fortified.
because FY has
Dyer's
been
structures are
absolute
fortified.
pain for YBB to deal with. He's just picking up 5 spirits
Dyer's
left, right, and
top tower is
center,
under
sapping
attack.
spirits, trying to take a creep away from the leaner. And finally, they're able to kill him off. And
They should get this top tower as well.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Just the rate that picks it up, but I mean, that's with the hell of the dominator. So the fact that Beyond was able to do that is big credit to him. He's just able to spam out those wild axes as much as possible. And just speaking of FY, he's going for a he might be building into a halberd after that, just to be able to deal with the Lena. That, or potentially scouting out Beyond back into this. It looks like Beyond's just going your aura build up.
DZQ's actually pretty position to take this fire. Chucked up, and now they're going to be Chain Frost bouncing back and forth. Look at the damage Astro
middle
game
tower
just
is under
cleaned
attack.
up beyond pretty much by himself, and there'll be no further defense from YBB. 7E is not to be seen in this engagement.
And it's just the power of the haste rune, right?
Never
That's what
really
leads the Spirit to be confident enough to just move on forward to a ton of damage.
Radiant's middle
And
tower has
it's been
fallen.
dead glitch, hasn't it? And the fight with GeForce ends up doing the most damage overall, despite having a lead with Maelstrom hitting it to 2 heroes stunned over and over.
Jeez, Erika's rich. The network with battlefield complete, not an equal battlefield by phase boots from erosion and the windlace.
Radiant's
Erika
middle tower is under attack.
with the fact that Setsu is even close is just goes to show how 15 minutes of this game.
I'm gonna keep in it because it keeps happening. But if he gets bodied at night time, the next 4 minutes, tap no you can play. Right? Like, you've got one ward inside of the bottom lane. It just feels like you can't walk
Radiant's
anywhere.
bottom
You're always at
tower
risk
is
of
under
getting
attack.
dived. That's the way that Vici Gaming like to play. They pick up the pace to a level. You start to panic. You start to make mistakes that normally you would think. And I'm not that dumb. I'm not making that sort of mistake. Put it on you do feel like the worst player because of that fact.
Radiant's bottom tower is Radiant's bottom tower
Trying to
has
get
fallen.
on to FY.
Dyer's
The TP
middle
be
tower
fast.
is under attack.
Here comes a rolling boulder. The
Dyer's
stop for his TP
structures are
shorter than you. He's also
Undone.
brought up to another. Will at least get a kill
Okay.
and denied to a neutral. And meanwhile, they're getting mid lane shoved out as well.
Dyer's
So
middle
this is a
tower
lot
is
of
under
space
attack.
being created up from YBB.
Well, Xiao Ming just sitting on this bottom side. The tower's still going to take a little bit of damage for sure, but
Right against distance. He will find it.
an invisible.
Still new is
Clipping the wave.
DQ. Boys, is anyone coming?
I'll do this on my own.
And then with that magnitude all the way towards the triangle, but now
Dyer's
this
middle tower
so
is under
flash
attack.
goal and there's not
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
here.
You would assume that Setsu again is just a playing point, basically.
Your shaman
Basically,
has
kill the
fallen
bottom.
to the Dyer.
That's what they're going to go. Yeah, before that, I mean, this is Erika, 30 old way from Black Daggers. You know, still 1,000 or so away from being able to
Radiant's
pick up
top
that
tower
PK.
is under attack.
Still in an instance, can be chased down at this stage. Really like it's watching. Instead as far away from a lot of these team fights as you can. Level 12, so
Radiant's top
boost
tower
through that
is
Laguna
under
blade,
attack.
but the main issue of mine is you can't take out you. He's doing
Radiant's
so
top
much,
tower
a lot of
has
these
fallen.
engagements that
Dyer's
you've got
bottom tower
responses
is
to it,
under
right?
attack.
And it feels like Protectus is a little hesitant to drop the overgrowth unless
Radiant's
that
top
root
tower
is out of
under
the equation.
attack.
I do think that we're gonna itemize as well from YBB though. You've got from Ming, you've got a force even this next item here for Eden. So we do speaking a lot about the kind of potential of YBB, and it looks like they're trying to dive
Dyer's bottom
into that
tower
in
is
regards to
under attack.
items.
Radiant's top tower is
Do you
under
like the way that
attack.
they're using the horns though? They got a scout out. DP's be coming through. They won't be able to make it. Just Erika.
So, the ultimate once again, the block second.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That's
attack.
nice little love pad as well. But hey, talking about 5. I was gonna say Tombstone drop down is now decent. Gold given over to Vici if they got it.
They have to be clever though, a lot of these movements, right? Like just now, Lu farming inside of the Ancients area on the dire side of the map. Now he goes back when you see the rotations come to defend that year 1. So they're just trying to pull them around the map as much as possible because you certainly don't want to be fighting into this Aegis.
Towards a triangle, there's easy Q. We'll get burnt down. Hopefully Lu's able to make it out as well. I would hope Berlin's not going to be caught out, and it looks like that won't be the case. So just undying. Take spill. It could be not completed for the Lino. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They
attack.
start get a little bit of guiding potential though, right? Like giving up a kill here, a kill there. But I mean, you've got the mech on the Undying. He's going to the Soul Rip max build first, just to make sure you're getting first down. Thunder's up, Diffusal Plate's up, Aghanim Sharp, even the stuff on the Green Protector, like all these things that are just going to make the Earth's life a little bit more challenging. The fact that Erika had such a great time in that lane means that you already have Blink, and this might not even be relevant, but still, they're doing all the right things. Potentially on to go perfectly on the initiation for Vici.
But it's also at the same time Vici just finding plenty of farm across the map. You got FY with this Aghanim Shard, and I believe YBB is now out on Setsu, so ready to kind of get his first getting up top FY. Under the horde, but under the leader's in trouble. One forced to reposition. Looks like to be slow to connect on YBB retreating, so they force a decent chunk of rotations up the top.
Yeah, again, they're pulling them around the map as well. You would expect the net worth to be growing at a pretty fast pace when you've got a Ursa with a Valkyrie, but it's staying somewhat stagnant, at least for like the past, what, 8 or so minutes? It's grown a tiny bit, but to the extent that we would expect.
Maybe this is where the net worth could go just a little bit further for VP Gaming. They're able to connect on the smoke. No one's home though, looks like.
Dire's
Again,
top tower is under attack.
Farming inside their own triangle.
They know.
Shot down as well, so
Yeah, no,
looks
because
like
of what's
they're
happening
another
to
Dire are scanning.
Oh, the Undying. But again, it doesn't matter.
Dire's
they weren't
top tower
even.
is under attack.
70's coming as well.
Dire's
Look
courier
between the
has been
bottom
killed.
tier 1 and 2. Gets the courier. He's going to cut a wave. He's going to probably slam the field, and then he'll just TP back out. In the meantime, Brewmaster's had to
Radiant's
TP up
bottom
top.
tower is under attack.
Get the Beastmaster.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower
I
is
am
under attack.
incredibly impressed with how YBB and this is like picture perfect stuff on when you're down 8s and 7,000 gold as well. This is some beautiful stuff from them.
Invisibility.
I mean, if you're this far behind, basically your only avenue to come back is, okay, well, what can we get in exchange for not giving up anything? And it's split up the map. It just makes no sense to fight 5 when you're behind, especially against an Aegis. Yeah, they're playing it perfectly. They're putting their hero with a lot of mobility, a lot of tankiness, far away from the others.
It's easy to
Is under attack.
Are you serious? He's pretty speedy. The Atlases to control him enough. That's what Dion Minkin coming to play, but Setsu's not dead just yet. The slide thing was a last right click. Setsu will stay alive. Luke will make it back up to the high ground, but not. He'll be much short. Pure spikes are plenty. At least the game will find something.
So lucky. The first hit. She doesn't end up costing no life, but costing A.K.A still feels pretty significant. At least you had to use the primals in response to it to a follow-up kill on Beastmaster. He nickled all that space. All the lane shot 70 was able to do with his Link Dagger. He's going to influence these next team fights. Remember, it's all about him just getting that chain lockdown in onto the Brewmaster. He doesn't have the big KP just yet, so his animation for the split is not going to be fast enough to stop the Pango stun.
Well, there's no BKB for the Lunar inside this team fight, which at a high risk play. Got your items, but unfortunately you're not going to have everything online for this engagement at 70. Vision, and it's going to find the jump, but the rest of the team will be slow to forward. The chain puts me an issue as well, and Erika has assassinated the Beastmaster. Another fighting chaos is either side. We're going to try and close to this formation broken from YBB. There's an enabling right. Stop the DD. Min is inside the river. There's been no escape trip. What's something else to say, but unfortunately just want to use the DD.
Unfortunately, Beastmaster died before he's able to get off that roar. Some lucky bashes coming through once again. And it really feels to me we're a little bit off point with regards to their targeting for that Rolling Thunder. To me, seems like a no-brainer to be able to put it onto the pot, instead tried to isolate the spots, and FI didn't die, Yang didn't die, they were still able to get off the train across the way, and all the while, you've got core on core fights. What, an 8K net worth advantage at the time? Really doesn't work out that way. You've got to try and take out the core to be able to start things off. Gonna have Wise Farm.
No, I was absolutely looking 70 just scanning who was really going to roll in front for this way down bottom. Okay.
Pushing that lane, so he's not all that concerned. He'll take out siege
Setsu. Overgrowth. Can score.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe a bit of frustration from Blue there. And just stealing off his full value. That overgrowth versus the BKB on the Ember Spirit. He wouldn't have let himself go down.
DLSA has creeps to get out of the root, and yeah, Newt could have looked to use that instantly.
Timing, man. It was so instant after.
Finger on the pulse from Newt.
Got a sense of where Tianping's playing as well, just taunting the Sin through inside the trees. So, win probability slowly starting to creep back up. Starting to pick up a little bit more of that farm, right? Boots of Travel acquired, 500 gold away from Shadowblade.
Dyer's top tower
just finding that burst onto the right target. Either Phoenix would be fantastic to take out.
Alright, this feels like this game all comes down to this next Roshan. Of course, again, notice the lineup still very much along on that second Roshan. It looks like by that Sage, Erika will have the BKB. She's Arsenal. How do we feel like YBB are able to set up for a fight? Like, what is perfect engagement for them around here?
I guess they've got the Beastmaster right, so they can use vision. That you need to be going for like these super long wraparounds. Look at how many hawks he's got up as well, just completely scouting out jungle, not wanting to give up this area for free, making sure to protect that super vital objective. The Roshan's 30 seconds late. Setsu goes to check it out. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to keep the lanes as pushed in as possible, right? So that any sort of is a little bit more obvious. Looking out right now, let's have a quick look inside the pit, and he's going to get scouted out. He's breaking up.
Double buyback to look to retrain. To take the fight around, but also scout out when they know that the Undying Bodyguard is not here. Maybe beyond to the target for Erika. Oh, bash again at the last time. That there's no potential for him to turn it around with the roar. Well, importantly, Beastmaster does not have a buyback, so to be able to scout that Roche is up, it looks like at some point two members did
under attack. Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I think we can enough to be able to push in this bit. Now, hopefully they use the glyph for it to be able to push it back. Go, making sure to get value out of it with the own creep wave as well, protecting it from as long as possible. But remember, this is with Triple Protector at 70s. Far through. Just to keep constant lane push out from happening. They would have seen the Ursa TP back as well, although he's instantly going to rejoin the team. Now all of YBB is available. They know that Roshan is up. This is the maximum time for the respawn, so now they're going to look to position themselves. Does having be coming from
He's gonna be cautious. Erika's gonna jump in. There's just nothing they can do. 70 is a vital component to their team fight, and without the being given away.
Characteristic. I mean, gonna go for the old full start push in.
Yeah, Ming, then put active the big fast as you just got bottom ground. As soon as Smoke pops, they get a glimpse of him before he's able to enter the tree line. So, and the kill given over.
Uncharacteristic. YBB, I mean, they've been doing such a good job, but Slu's able to take that tier 2 tower on the top side. But to say that getting this second Roshan for Ursa free, getting him shard through from him is so much more impactful. Well, he's reached up to the 15, so making him even harder to be burnt down.
Tower is under attack.
Halvin, it's going into a tech stacked on this Phoenix. I mean, what more can you do?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. this Phoenix is we really having the status of this past 15 minutes is really just being away. And they're gonna jump on you. Showed for a second they weren't able to jump in this opportunity there, but maybe group it up. I'm gonna go for a smoke. It's already been initiated on.
I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, all the boys are rotating from the top side. Beastmaster's on his own. Maybe they thought that they could get like a 2v1 happening, but I mean, you've got ages, 7 ages on Vici Gaming right now versus Foster's. This is not time for him to be sitting back and farm a little bit more. They want to open up the map even further. They want their own 2 towers.
And with Beyond going to target him under the real stage, every time you take him the map, it means that you just don't have the Hawks to be able to the lane and take the aggressive farm away. So it's really going to make it difficult for YBB to be able to kind of play at the moment without him up.
Of course, he's getting died as well. He's available for himself, and well, he wants to save the soul rip as long as possible. But that's the thing, you can't control for a split second on the lane, even just to hang a soul rip onto to try and stop this tower from being sieged. That's the point that you're up against. And Erika, level 20, he's sieging the high ground.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Radiant's
exchange.
bottom
I mean,
tower is under attack.
still going to be a little police into that MVP for himself. Not just being that close, just supposed to die. I think it's not living armor.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Even afford to pop
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Setsu had expired. And Bobby again. Huge rolling thunder! Ultimate, and now they're going to turn to Erika as well. The defense super off the right side, but all they will really do is protect Erika at the moment, who's going to continue to hunt 7-8. Third in the lane for the opening shot, protects at the moment. Now gets the back shot as well. Setsu's starting to run the fight. Let's see if it's going to pass to protect Erika. DKB activated, they're going to try to turn it around, but Boo's okay. Under the cover, the Invis still able to dance out of the fight. How good for Setsu? Looks like they should finally be able to kill this pesky thing for putting Erika on a Goodluck streak.
Now 12, 0, and 4 right now on the
Rune of invisibility.
Sweet TP. Erika used his TP onto the outpost. I'm not sure if do that, probably not, but mid lane's getting pushed in, bot lane's getting pushed in. The glyph refresh, this TN3 tower is out. Love that for Setsu. Love that. Wanted to just work as many trees as possible. That's where he's been playing for the last little bit. Even the slide dodge of the whole man. Setsu's playing on another level, dude.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Continue that momentum into this team fight with what YBB were able to pry with their high ground defense, but this time you're gonna have to do without the key component in 70s.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Just tell that Tianming sort of coming down into this tree line. It's all what happened to him previously, and with his buyback, they're gonna lose the pellets.
Won't be able to catch anyone out on the retreat. That goal gives enough for the Lincoln Sphere. Erika just completed the sweep link. They're actually going to look for a fake here. It's going to be instantly into YB smoke as well.
That buyback behind just want the same.
Gameplay means that YBB is getting continuously choked out on the map. Nothing they can do to find an avenue back in.
I mean, I don't even have the optimization on the leader. He needs to go to the null. He needs a way to be able to get rid of that overpower on the Ursa, but he literally just bought it, so no buyback failed for him. They would be able to push tier 3 top, but the lane really looks like there's no way they're going to be able to defend this outside of the Pango system. Really lucky bashes and disarms coming through from range.
without the living effect. F1 can get a heck well. More and more items to accumulate. She gains a gigantic network lead.
Just going into the sky as well. Erika does not want to look anywhere to breathe with this map. But going to fall on will and hold, so a little bit of plus come through floating up, but wants to push that bottom lane first.
Maybe attempted to go for it. You see, sitting around the circle. Nearby is just case. YBB. There is some play the other side.
There's a way it's going to be able to farm it up. This is 35 away. The first double usage brief wave. With that kill crash